book. And then my god brother, Bhakti Vinod, is going to give a short talk on the first principle of Saranagati, which is Dainya, humility. And then we'll begin narrating all of the translations for all of these beautiful songs. So we want to thank everyone very much for coming. This is a very, very deep meditation. And the idea of this festival is to appreciate our wonderful acharyas, beginning with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who had the vision of spreading Krishna consciousness to the Western world. And he gave us this opportunity of understanding in this particular song what is Saranagati, or what is surrender. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna ends his dissertation to Sri Arjuna by saying, Sarva Dhamman Parijaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So, Lord Krishna demanded that we surrender to him. And ultimately, in a mature world, it is like a battlefield anyhow. The mature world is a battlefield, and there's two sides. There's those that are belligerent, those that are rebellious in a mature world, and those that are surrendered. Haribo. So, the devotees of the Lord understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Authority, Iswara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Kara. That Lord Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead, Ishavashami Dam Sarvam. Everything is his possession, everything comes from him, everything is expanded from him. So the devotees of the Lord want to understand how they can properly surrender to the Lord. Krishna says, Yeyatam mampapajante tam sadavya bhajamyaham mamavat manavatante manusya parthasavashaha. So ultimately, we are all surrendering to Krishna in different ways. As we surrender to Krishna, Krishna reciprocates with us. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us a very wonderful instruction of how that we can surrender in such a way that we can achieve the maximum amount of benefit. So, particularly during this festival, I want to appreciate all the devotees, and appreciate some of the devotees that gave us these transcendental books. Particularly, I want to appreciate His Grace Achyutananda Prabhu, who originally translated the songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and of our other Vaishnava acharyas in the song books. Without these devotees making a sacrifice to translate these beautiful songs, we would not be able to sing them. And the other devotee is the great Dasraj Sutta Prabhu, who was one of the first godbrothers who translated this book, which is the complete songbook of Saranagati. When we were young brahmacharis, when we first saw these songs, they were fragmented into different pieces and different acharyas, so we had no idea that this was a whole series of songs. And I thought it would be wonderful for us to just dedicate this time to actually sing these songs and go deep into the meanings. I think this is the first time this is actually happening. And those that are online, I'd like to thank you for joining us and traveling with us on this journey through the process of surrender. So once again, this is all due to Dasraj Sutta Prabhu taking the time. Even though he's in a Western body, he spent so many years learning Bengali and spending many, many hours to translate these songs. So on the screens we have displayed the slokas of the songs, and we will be singing the songs and requesting everyone to follow and try to sing along with us. So the first song, the introduction song, is on the board, and we'll start with that. After that, then we're going to start the various sections, starting with humility, Dainya, My god brother Bhakti Vinod will speak about Dainya, and then we'll start singing those songs. Lakshmana Mataji will sing the first song, Buliya Tumare. So this is the first song. This one very slow. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I'm not going to play that. Just very That's why.
Can you have a stand for this? You have a stand for this.
Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Pustaya, Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta, Swamaniti Namane, Namaste Saraswati Devam, Gauravani Prachadine, Nirvashesha Shunyavati, Paschajadeshataride. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Everyone chant Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama
Rama Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jiva Daya Kore. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jiva Daya Kore. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kare.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kore.
Swaprasad Sri Adama Sahayavatari
Swaprasada Swiyadhama Saha Avatari
Swaprasada Swiyadhama
Prasada Swiyadhama Saha Avatari
Swaprasada Swiyadhama Saha Avatari
Swaprasada Swiyadhama Avatari
Atanto Tulava Prema Hari Varidam. Everyone sing it.
Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kori Varidana
Sikaya Saranagati Bhakatira Pran Sikaya Saranagati
Bhakatira Prana
Sikaya Saranagati Bhakatira Sikaya
Saranagati Bhakatira Prana
Dainya Atma Nivedana Gotri Vedana Boliye Dainya Atma Nivedana Gotri
Vivarana
Avasyara Kive Krishna Vishashapala Avasyara
Shive Krishna Vishvasapalana
Avasyara Kive Krishna Vishashapala
Avasyara Krishna Vishvasapalana
Bhakti Anukul Matra Achira Sita Boliye Bhakti
Anukula Matra Karye Rasiyara
Bhakti Anukul Matra Kajira Sita Bhakti
Anukula Matra Karye Rasikara
Bhakti Pratikula Bhajanam Yeta Bhakti
Pratikula Bhava Brajindira
Bhakti Pratikula Bhava
Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Brajangirirakara
Sat Anga Saranagati Haireya
Sat Anga Saranagati Hoibe Jahara
Tahara Patana Suni Sri Nanda Kumar Tahara
Patana Sune Shri Nanda Kumara
Patana Suni Sri Nanda Kumar
Tahara Patana Sune Shri Nanda Kumara
Shirarupasana Tanapade Dande Krina Kari Shirupasana
Sanatana Pade Dante Trina Kori
Srila Bhagavati Vinana Pode Du Pradadari
Shri Bhakti Vinoda Pade Duhana Pada Dhoni
Bhagavati Vinana Pode Du Pradadari
Bhakti Vinoda Pade Duhanam Pada Dhoni
Khandiya bole amito
কাঁধিয়া বলে আমি তো আধামা
Khandiya dia bole amito
কাঁধিয়া কাঁধিয়া বলে আমি তো আধামা
Sikaye Saranagati Koro Heuta Sikaye
শরণাগতি করে
Sikaye Saranagati Karo Heutam Vaishadam Karoneyukam Sikaya Saranagati Karoneyukam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Swaparsada Sviyatama Sahayavatari Swaparsada Sahayavatari Swaparsada Sviyatama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone say, Baba.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu descended from the eternal spiritual world along with his personal associates in divine abode, incarnating in this temporary material world out of compassion for the fallen souls, in order to freely distribute the gift of ecstatic love of God, which is very difficult to obtain. He taught the path of Saranagati, devotional surrender to the Supreme Lord. This Saranagati is the very life of the true devotees. The 6 ways of surrender through Saranagati are: number 1, Dainya, humility; number 2, Atmanivedana, dedication of the self; number 3, Gotri Varan, acceptance of the Lord as one's only maintainer; number 4, the consciousness of Avasya Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me, which is Vishwas, faith in Krishna's Palana, protection. Bhakti Anukula Mantra Kajira Swikara, execution of only those acts favorable to pure devotion. And number 6, Bhakti Patikula Bhav Vajanangikara, renunciation of conduct adverse to pure devotion. Sri Nanda Kumara, the youthful son of Nanda Maharaj, hears the prayers of anyone who takes refuge in him by this 6-fold practice of surrender. Srila Bhakti Vinod prostrates himself at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana Goswami, places a straw between his teeth, and clasps their lotus feet with his hands. Weeping and weeping, he tells them, "I am certainly the lowest of men. Oh, please make me the worthiest by teaching me the ways of Saranagati." So that is the introduction. And now we're going to have a short talk by my godbrother, Bhakti Vinod, who is the embodiment of humility to guide us. Little do you devotees know that this Prabhu here is probably the senior most devotee in this area. He is the one that encouraged me very much when I first came to the temple in Henry Street. And he has so many gifts, but he always stays in the background and just humbly associates and plays Madanga and accompanies Kirtan. But he has a wealth of qualities and gifts. He's one of the devotees that gave us many of the creative offerings that we have of making sweets. His famous burfi in New York is the standard of burfi all over the world. Many times we would go in the kitchen, and Bhakti Vinod, he would be in the kitchen at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning making burfi. And he would be, his eyes would be completely closed, cooking. Everyone would think that he was sleeping, but he never, not one time did that burfi ever get burnt. So this Prabhu is wonderful. Please instruct us and help us understand how we can become humble.
Dainya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shamati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nevasesha Nivadi Paskarishatarane. Well, the definition, according to Wikipedia, is modesty or respectfulness. The synonym, self-effacement, unpretentiousness, humbleness, meekness, shyness, unassuming nature. And the antonym is arrogance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a lot of faith in Ramananda Roy and his humility. And we'll talk about that a little bit. The Antya Lila 571. I'll just read. I cannot properly describe the discourses of Ramananda Roy, for he is not an ordinary human being. He is fully absorbed in the devotional service of the Lord. Purport. One is forbidden to accept the guru or spiritual master as an ordinary human being. Gurusha Naramati. When Ramananda Roy spoke to Pradyumna Mishra could understand that Ramananda Roy was not an ordinary human being. A spiritually advanced person who is authorized to act as the spiritual master speaks as the Supreme Personality of Godhead dictates from within. Thus it is not he that is personally speaking. In other words, when a pure devotee or spiritual master speaks, what he says should be accepted as having been directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the Parampara system. Okay, this is verse 72. There is another one thing Ramananda Roy said to me. Do not consider me the speaker in these talks about Krishna. 73. Whatever I speak is personally spoken by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like a stringed instrument, I vibrate whatever he causes me to speak. In this way, the Lord speaks through my mouth to preach the cult of Krishna consciousness. Within the world, who will understand this pastimes of the Lord? What I have heard from Ramananda Roy is like a nectarian ocean of discourses about Krishna. Even the demigods, beginning with Lord Brahma, cannot understand all these topics. My dear Lord, you have made me drink this transcendental nectar of Krishna Katha. Therefore, I am sold to your lotus feet life after life. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Ramananda Roy is a mind of great humility. Therefore, he has attributed his own words to another's intelligence. This is a natural characteristic of those advanced in devotional service. They do not personally speak of their own good qualities. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, O Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Roy, hear from me the symptoms of how one should chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to awaken very easily one's dormant love for Krishna. Antyalila 20:21. Chanarapi sunichena taror iva suhishnina amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. Translation. One should think himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, but is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. These are the symptoms of one who chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Although he is very exalted, he thinks himself lower than the grass on the ground, like a tree. He tolerates everything in two ways. When a tree is cut down, it does not protest. And even when drying up, it does not ask anyone for water. The tree delivers its fruits, flowers, and whatever else it possesses to anyone and everyone. It tolerates scorching heat and torrents of rain, yet it still gives shelter to others. Although a Vaishnava is the most exalted person, he is prideless and gives all respect to everyone, knowing everyone to be the resting place of Krishna. If one chants the holy name of Lord Krishna in this manner, he will certainly awaken his dormant love for Krishna's lotus feet. As Lord Chaitanya spoke in this way, his humility increased, and he began praying to Krishna that he could discharge pure devotional service. Wherever there is a relationship of love of Godhead, its natural symptom is that the devotee does not think himself a devotee. Instead, he always thinks that he is not even a drop of love for Krishna. And this is a purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments that persons who are actually very poor, because they possess not even a drop of love of Godhead or pure devotional service, falsely advertise themselves as great devotees, although they cannot at any time relish the transcendental bliss of devotional service. A class of so-called devotees known as Prakrita Sahajas sometimes display devotional symptoms to exhibit their good fortune. They are pretending. However, because these devotional features are only external, the Prakrita Sahajas exhibit these symptoms to advertise their so-called advancement in love of Krishna. But instead of praising the Prakrita Sahajas for their symptoms of transcendental ecstasy, pure devotees do not like to associate with them. It is not advisable to equate the Prakriti Sahajas with pure devotees. When one is actually advanced in ecstatic love of Krishna, he does not try to advertise himself. Instead, he endeavors more and more to render service to the Lord. The Prakrita Sahajas sometimes criticize pure devotees by calling them philosophers, learned scholars, knowers of the truth, or minute observers, but not devotees. On the other hand, they depict themselves as the most advanced, transcendentally blissful devotees, deeply absorbed in devotional service, and mad to taste the transcendental mellows. They also describe themselves as the most advanced devotees in spontaneous love, as knowers of transcendental mellows, as the topmost devotees in conjugal love of Krishna, and so on. Not actually knowing the transcendental nature of love of God. They accept their material emotions to be indicative of advancement. In this way, they pollute the process of devotional service. To try to become writers of Vaishnav literature, they introduce their material concepts of life into pure devotional service. Because of their material conceptions, they advertise themselves as knowers of transcendental mellow, but they do not understand the transcendental nature of devotional service. Now this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaking here. This is Antya-lila 20:32. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava para pankaja stita duli sadrisham vichintaya. O my Lord, O Krishna, son of Maharaj Nanda, I am your eternal servant. But because of my own fruitive acts, I have fallen into this horrible ocean of nescience. Now please be causelessly merciful to me. Consider me a particle of dust at your lotus feet. I am your eternal servant, but I forgot your lordship. Now I have fallen into this ocean of nescience and have been conditioned by the external energy. Be causelessly merciful to me by giving me a place with your particles of dust at your lotus feet, so that I may engage in the service of your lordship as your eternal servant. Natural humility and eagerness then awoke in Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He prayed to Krishna to be able to chant the Maha Mantra in ecstatic love. 20:36. Nayanam galat ashrudaraya varanam gadgara rudaya gira pulakaya nichitam vapukara tavanama grahane vavishyati. My dear Lord, when will my eyes be beautified by filling with tears that constantly glide down as I chant your holy name? When will my voice falter and all the hairs on my body stand erect in transcendental happiness as I chant your holy name? Without love of Godhead, my life is useless. Therefore, I pray that you accept me as your servant and give me the salary of ecstatic love of God. I love that. That I can relate to being, probably all of us can relate to, but that, give me the salary of ecstatic love of God.
Sure. So
Yeah.
This is Bhakti Vinod. I asked him to speak to us his realization, and what is he doing? He's just reading the wonderful nectar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Now this is another part of Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the last. This is regarding Srila Jiva Goswami. This is Adi Leela 1085. Among these branches, Rupa and Sanat were principal. Anupam, Jiva Goswami, and others, headed by Rajendra, were their sub-branches. Purport. In the Gaura Ganadesh Deepika, it is said that Srila Jiva Goswami was formerly Vilas Manjari Gopi. From his very childhood, Jiva Goswami was greatly fond of Srimad Bhagavatam. He later came to Navadvip to study Sanskrit. And following in the footsteps of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he circumambulated the entire Navadvip Dham. After visiting Navadvip Dham, he went to Benares to study Sanskrit under Madhusudana Vichaspati. And after finishing his studies in Benares, he went to Vrindavan and took shelter of his uncles, Sri Rupa and Sanatan. This is described in the Bhakti Ratnatkara. As far as our information goes, Srila Jiva Goswami composed and edited at least 25 books. They are all very much celebrated, and they are listed as follows. Harinamamrita Vyakarena Sutra Malika Dhatu Sangraha Krishnarjana Dipika Gopala Virudavani, Rasamrita Shesha, Sri Madhava Mahotsava, Sri Sankalpa Kalpavriksha, Bhavarta Suchaka Champu, Gopala Tapanitika, commentary on the Brahman Samhita, a commentary on the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, a commentary on the Ujjvala Nilamani, a commentary on the Yogashara Sindhu, a commentary on the Ujjvala Nilamani, a commentary on the Yogashara Stava, a commentary on the Gayatri Mantra, as described in the Agni Paran, a description of the Lord's lotus feet derived from Padma Purana, a description of the lotus feet of Srimata Radharani, Gopala Champu, in 2 parts, and 1925, 7 Sandarbhas, the Krama, Tattva, Bhagavat, Paramatma, Krishna, Bhakti, and Prita Sandarbha. After the disappearance of Sri Rupa and Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami in Vrindavan, Srila Jiva Goswami became the Acharya of all the Vaishnavas in Bengal, Orissa, and the rest of the world. And it is he who used to guide them in their devotional service. In Vrindavan, he established the Radha Damodar temple, where after retirement, we had the opportunity to live from 1962 until 1965, when we decided to come to the United States of America. When Jiva Goswami was still present, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami compiled his famous Chaitanya Charitamrita. Later, Srila Jiva Goswami inspired Srinivasacharya Narottam Das Thakur and Dukhi Krishnadas to preach Krishna consciousness in Bengal. Jiva Goswami was informed that all the manuscripts that had been collected from Vrindavan and sent to Bengal for preaching purposes were plundered near Vishnupura in Bengal. But later he received the information that the books had been recovered. Srila Jiva Goswami awarded the designation Kaviraj to Ramachandra Singh, a disciple of Srinivasacharya, and to Ramachandra's younger brother Govinda. While Jiva Goswami was alive, Srila Janava Devi, the pleasure potency of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, went to Vrindavan with a few devotees. Jiva Goswami was very kind to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the Vaishnavas from Bengal. Whoever went to Vrindavan, he provided with a residence and prasadam. His disciple, Krishnadas Adhikari, listed all the books of the Goswamis in his diary. The Sahajiyas leveled 3 accusations against Srila Jiva Goswami. This is certainly not congenial for the execution of devotional service. The first accusation concerns a materialist who was very proud of his reputation as a great Sanskrit scholar and approached Sri Rupa and Sanatan to argue with them about the revealed scriptures. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, not wanting to waste their time, gave him a written statement that he had defeated them in a debate on the revealed scriptures. Taking this paper, the scholar approached Jiva Goswami for a single certificate of defeat, but Jiva Goswami did not agree to give him one. On the contrary, he argued with him regarding the scriptures and defeated him. Certainly, it was right for Jiva Goswami to stop such a dishonest scholar from advertising that he had defeated Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. But due to their illiteracy, the Sahaja class referred to this incident to accuse Srila Jiva Goswami of deviating from the principle of humility. They do not know, however, that humility and meekness are appropriate when one's own honor is insulted, but not when Lord Vishnu or the Acharyas are blasphemed. In such cases, one should not be humble and meek, but must act. One should follow the example given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya says in his Shikshastika, Chanadapi Sanachanastarorava Sahishnuna Amanina Manidena Kirtanaya Sadahari. One can chant the holy name of the Lord in an humble state of mind, thinking himself lower than a straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Nevertheless, when the Lord was informed that Nityananda Prabhu was injured by Jagai and Madhai, he immediately went to the spot, angry like fire, wanting to kill them. Thus, Lord Chaitanya has explained his verse by the example of his own behavior. One should tolerate insults against oneself, but when there is blasphemy committed against superiors, such as other Vaishnavas, one should be neither humble nor meek. One must take proper steps to counteract such blasphemy. This is the duty of a servant of a guru and Vaishnavas. One who understands the principle of eternal servitude to the guru and Vaishnavas will appreciate the action of Sri Jiva Goswami in connection with the so-called scholar's victory over his gurus. Okay. All right. So there's another story by of Jiva Goswami, but the bottom line is this entire principle of humility, according to my understanding by reading these, is that this humility is the secret of chanting the Maha Mantra. Because if you can somehow or other, even though, okay, just like when we hear more tolerant than a tree, who can do that except a tree? But we have to at least attempt it. And by this frame of mind of humility, that gives you access to chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And by that access of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, the bottom line is you get love of Godhead. That's the secret.
Jai, so we're going to be narrating every last one of these songs. So I want to ask everyone to please stick strictly to your schedule. Right now we're a little bit behind schedule, so we're going to kind of pick up the pace. So right now we're going to sing the songs beginning with Bulia Tumare, and that's going to be sung by Lakshmana Mataji. In this section we'll be singing 3 songs by Lakshmana Mataji, Lakshmana Prabhu and Gauravani Prabhu, and in between there will be narrations.
भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया पे नाना विधा व्यथा भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया नाना विधा दुखेरा कथा तुम्हारा चराने आशियाची आमी दुखेरा कथा दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा था दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा जननी जथारे चिलना जखोना विषम बंधन पाशे जननी जथारे चिलमा जखोना विषम बंधन आशे एक बार प्रभु दिखा दिया मोरे एक बार दिखा दिया मोरे वंशीले दीना दासे वंशीले दीना दासे दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा व्यथा
Samsare Ashiya Yena
तखुना भवीनु जनना पाइया करिब भजन तारा तखुना भवीनु जनना पाइया करिब भजन अधरे नाचेले स्वजनेरा कोले हाशिया कातन काला अधरे राछेले स्वजनेरा कोले हाशिया कातन काला जनक जनानी स्नेहते भूलिया जनक जनानी स्नेहते भूलिया जनक जनानी स्नेहते भूलिया संसार लगिलो भालो संसार लगिलो भालो या तो नारे संसारे आशिया नाना विधा भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया नाना विधा क्रम दिना दीना बालिका होइया खेलिनु बालक क्रम दीना दीना बालिका होइया खेलिनु बालक और किछु दिने ज्ञान उपजिलो और किछु दिने उपजिलो और किछु दिने ज्ञान उपजिलो पथा पोतिया रे आहा पथा पोतिया रे आहा आरे संसारे आशिया भूलिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया नाना विधा विद्यार गुरावे धनी देशे देशे धन उपार्जन करी विद्यार गुरावे धनी देशे देशे धन उपार्जन खोना भक्ति विनोदा कांधिया काकराती कथा के कोना भक्ति विनोदा कान्हिया कातर आखी न भजिया तोरे दिन वृथा गेलो न भजिया तोरे दिन वृथा गेलो न भजिया तोरे दिन वृथा गेलो एखुना की हवे गति एखुना की हवे गति दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा दुनिया तुम्हारे संसारे आशिया ये नाना विधा ये नाना विधा व्यथा ये नाना विधा व्यथा
O Lord, I forgot you and came to this material world, where I have experienced a host of pains and sorrows. Now I approach your lotus feet and submit my tale of woe. While still bound up tightly in the unbearable confines of my mother's womb, O Lord, you once revealed yourself before me. Appearing only briefly, you then abandoned this poor servant of yours. At that moment, I thought, after my birth, I will worship you. But after taking birth, I fell into the entangling network of worldly illusions, and thus I possessed not even a drop of true knowledge. As a dear soul fondled in the laps of relatives, I passed my time smiling and laughing. The affection of my father and mother helped me to forget you still even more. And I began to think that the material world was a very nice place. Day by day, I gradually grew into a young boy and began playing with other boys. Soon, my powers of understanding emerged, so I diligently read and studied my school lessons every day. Proud of my accomplished education, later I traveled from place to place and earned much wealth, thereby maintaining my family with undivided attention. I forgot you, O Lord Hari. Now in old age, this Bhakti Vinod very sadly weeps. I fail to worship you, O Lord, and instead passed my days in vain. What will be my fate now?
বিদ্যার বিলাসে কাটাইনু কাল পরম সাহসে আমি তোমার চরণ না ভজিনু কভু এখন শরণ তুমি।
With great enthusiasm, I spent my time in the pleasures of mundane learning and never worshipped your lotus feet, O Lord. Now you are my only shelter.
পড়িতে পড়িতে ভরসা বাড়িল, জ্ঞানে গতি হবে মানি। সে আশা বিফল, সে জ্ঞান দুর্বল, সে জ্ঞান অজ্ঞান জানি।
Reading on, my hopes grew and grew, for I considered the acquisition of material knowledge to be life's true goal. How fruitless those hopes turned out to be, for all my knowledge proved feeble. Now I know that all such erudition is actually pure ignorance.
জড় বিদ্যা যত মায়ার বৈভব, তোমার ভজনে বাধা। মোহ জনমিয়া অনিত্য সংসারে জীবকে করোয় গাধা।
All the so-called knowledge of this world is born of flickering potency of your illusionary energy, Maya. It is an impediment to the execution of devotional service to you. Indulgence in mundane knowledge verily makes an ass of the eternal soul by encouraging his infatuation with this material world.
সেই গাধা হয়ে সংসারের বোঝা বহিনু অনেক কালো। বার্ধক্যে এখন শক্তির অভাবে কিছু নাহি লাগে ভালো।
Here is one person who has been turned into such an ass, who for so long has carried on his back the useless burden of material existence. Now in my old age, for want of the power to enjoy, I find that nothing at all pleases me.
জীবন যাতনা হইল এখন, সে বিদ্যা অবিদ্যা ভেল। অবিদ্যারও জ্বালা ঘটিল ভীষণ, সে বিদ্যা হইল শেল।
Life has now become agony, for my so-called erudite knowledge has proven itself to be worthless ignorance. Material knowledge has now become a pointed shaft that has pierced my heart with the intolerable burning pain of ignorance.
তোমার চরণ বিনা কিছু ধন সংসারে না আছে আর। ভক্তি বিনোদ জড় বিদ্যা ছাড়ি তুয়া পদ করে সার।
O Lord, there is no treasure worth seeking in this world other than your lotus feet. Bhakti Vinod abandons all his mundane knowledge and makes your lotus feet the sum and substance of his life.
যৌবনে যখন ধন উপার্জনে হইনু বিপুলকামী, ধর্ম স্মরিয়া গৃহিণীর কর ধরিনু তখনও আমি।
When I was young, I felt a boundless ambition for earning money. At that time, bearing in mind the code of religion, I accepted the hand of a wife.
সংসার পাতায়ে তাহার সহিত কালক্ষয় কইনু কত। বহু সুতা সুত জনম লোভিল, মরমে হইনু হত।
The burden of family life increased day by day. Along with her, I set up a household and therein wasted so much of my time. Many sons and daughters were born, and my spirit was totally crushed.
সংসারের ভার বাড়ে দিনে দিনে, অচল হইল গতি। বার্ধক্যে আসিয়া ঘেরিল আমারে, অস্থির হইল মতি।
The burden of family life increased day by day, and under its weight, I felt my personal progress in life forcibly come to a halt. Old age came and belingered me on all sides, making my mind incessantly disturbed.
পীড়ায় অস্থির চিন্তায় জড়িত অভাবে জ্বলিত চিত্ত উপায় না দেখি অন্ধকারময় এখনো হয়েছি ভীত
Diseases trouble me. Constant anxiety has made me feverish, and my heart burns with every want. I see no way out of this predicament, for all is darkness. Now I am very much afraid.
সংসার তটিনী স্রোত নহে শেষ মরণ নিকটে ঘোর সব সমাপিয়া ভজিব তোমায় এ আশা বিফল মোর
The current of this worldly river is strong and relentless. A frightening, gloomy death approaches. Finishing my worldly duties, I'll worship you, O my Lord. That hope is now fruitless as well.
এবে শুনো প্রভু আমি গতিহীন ভক্তি বিনোদ কয় তব কৃপা বিনা সকলই নিরাশা দেহ মোরে পদাশ্রয়
Now please hear me, O Lord. I am utterly helpless. Bhaktivinoda says, without your mercy, everything is lost. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet.
Hare Krishna. Now Lakshmi Prabhu will sing Amara Jivana.
This microphone. They'll do that.
Hare Krishna. Please pause the melodious flute playing.
আমার জীবন সদা পাপীরত নাহি কো পুণ্য রহে everyone আমার জীবন সদা পাপীরত নাহি কো পুণ্য রহে আমার জীবন सदा पापीरत नाहि को पुण्येर हरेरा उदवेगा दियाचे जे कोतो दियाचे जीवेर तेशा
Hare udvega diyache je kota diyache jivare lesha
हरेरा उदवेगा दियाचे जे कोतो दियाचे जीवेर क्लेशा
Hare udvega diyache je kota diyache jivara klesha
अमर जीवन सदा पापीरत नहीं को पुण्य रलीश
Amara jivana sada papirata nahi ko punyera
निज सुख लागी पापी नाही दोरी दयाहीन स्वत पारो निज सुख
Kali Habinahi Lori Dayahina Swataparo
सुखे दुखी सदा मिथ्या भाषी पर दुख सुख
Parasuke Duke Sada Nitya Vashi Paraduka Sukha
अमर जीवन सदा पापीरत नाही को पुण्य रलीश Everyone
Amar Jivana Sada Papirata Nahi Ko Punyera
आशीष कामन रीति माझी मो क्रोधी धम्म परायण आशीष
Kaman Vidhi Maje Mora Krodita
parayana मदमत सदा विषय मोहिता हिंसा गर्वा विभूषण मदमत सदा विषय मोहिता हिंसा गर्वा विभूषण निद्रालसहत सुकर्ये वीरत अकर्ये उद्योगियामि
Nidralasahata Sukare Virata Akare Udyogi Ami
प्रतिष्ठा लागिया सत्याचरण लोभात सदा कामी
Pratishta Lagiya Satya Charana Navahata Sada Nami
अमर जीवन सदा पापीरत नहीं को पुण्य रलीश Everyone
Amara Jivana Sadapapirata Nahi Ko Punyera Lesh
एहेनो दुर्जन सज्जन sajana varjita aparadhi nirantara
Sajana varjita
aparadhi nirantara shubhakarya shunya sadana kamana nana dukhe jarachara shubhakarya shunya sadana kamana nana dukhe jarachara amar jivan sada papi everyone.
Jivana sada pape anda nahi to punyera desha
Mardaki ko upaya vina tate vina akinchana
Mardaki ekono upaya vina tate vina akinchana
akati vinoda prabhura charane duka nivedana
Shila Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Rachanane Kori Duga Nivedana
akati vinoda prabhu rachanane duka nivedana
Shila Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Rachanane Kori Duga Nivedana
amar jivana sada papirata nahi ko punyaraye amar jivana sada papirata amar jivana sada papirata nahi ko punyaraye amar jivana sada papirata nahi ko punyaraye
My life is ever given to sin. In it, there is not a particle of good. I have caused others great anxiety and have troubled all souls. For the sake of my own enjoyment, I've never hesitated to perform sinful acts. Devoid of all compassion, I'm concerned only with my selfish interest. Perpetually speaking lies, I become dejected upon seeing others happy, whereas the misery of others is a source of great delight for me. There are limitless material desires within the core of my heart. I am wrathful, fond of exhibiting arrogance, intoxicated by vanity, and bewildered by worldly affairs. I wear the cherished ornament of envy and egotism. Ruined by laziness and sleep, I resist all pious deeds. Yet, am very enthusiastic to perform wicked acts. For the sake of worldly fame and reputation, I engage in the practice of deceitfulness. I am victimized by my own greed, being always lustful. A real wicked man such as this, rejected by godly people, is a constant offender, devoid of all good works, forever inclined towards evil. He is worn out and washed by various miseries. Now in old age, deprived of all means of relief, thus humbled and poor, Bhakti Vinod submits his tale of grief at the feet of Supreme Lord.
প্রভু হে শুনো মোর দুঃখের কাহিনী বিষয় হলাহল সুধা ভানে পিয়লু অবসান দিনমণি
O Lord, please hear the story of my sadness. I drank the deadly poison of worldliness pretending it was nectar, and now the sun is setting on horizon of my life. I spent
খেলা রসে শৈশব পরইতে কৈশোর গোয়ালু না ভেল বিবেক ভোগ বসে যৌবনে ঘর পাতি বসিলু সুত মিতা বাড়ল অনেক
I spent my childhood in play, my youth in academic pursuits, and in me there arose no sense of discrimination. In young manhood, I set up a household and settled down to the spell of material enjoyment, while my children and friends quickly multiplied.
বৃদ্ধ কাল আউল সব সুখ ভাগল পীড়া বসে হইনু কাতর সবেন্দ্রিয় দুর্বল ক্ষীণ কলেবর ভোগাভাবে দুঃখিত অন্তর
Old age soon arrived, and all joys consequently departed. Subjected to the torment of disease, I am troubled and weak. All my senses are feeble now. My body is wrecked and exhausted, and my spirits are downcast in the absence of former sense pleasures.
জ্ঞান লবহীন ভক্তি রসে বঞ্চিত আর মোর কি হবে উপায় পতিত বন্ধু তুহু পতিতাধাম হামা কৃপাও উঠাও তব পায়
Devoid of even a particle of enlightenment, cheated of the mellows of devotion, what help is there for me now? O Lord, you are the friend of the fallen. I am certainly fallen, the lowest of men. Please, therefore, in mercy lift me to your lotus feet.
বিচারিতে আবহি গুণ নাহি পাওবি কৃপা করো ছোড়ত বিচার তব পদ পঙ্কজ সিধু পিবাওত ভক্তি বিনোদ করপার
Were you to judge me now, you would find no good qualities. Have mercy and judge me not. Cause me to drink the honey of your lotus feet, and thereby deliver this Bhakti Vinod.
প্রভু হে তুয়া পদ এ মিনতি মোর তুয়া পদ পল্লব ত্যাজত মরু মন বিষম বিষয়ে ভেল ভোর
O Lord, I offer this humble prayer at your feet. I gave up the shelter of your feet, which are soft as newly grown leaves, and now my mind has become dried up like a desert, being scorched by the fire of absorption in horrible worldliness.
উঠইতে তাগত পুননাহি মিলই অনুদিন করহ হুতাশ দীন জননাথ তুহু কহায়সী তুমারি চরণ মম আশ।
I find no strength to rise again, and thus I spend my days bitterly lamenting. O Lord, who is called the master of meek and humble? Your lotus feet are my only hope.
এই ছন দিনজন কহি নাহি মিলই, তুহু মোরে কর পরসাদ। তুয়া জন সঙ্গে তুয়া কথা রঙ্গে, ছাড়হু সকল পরমাদ।
There has never been a soul as forlorn as me. Please be merciful and award me the association of your devotees. For by tasting the pleasure of hearing discussions of your pastimes, I shall give up all evils.
তুয়া ধাম মাহে তুয়া নাম গাওত, গোয়াবু দিবা নিশি আশ। তুয়া পদছায়া পরম সুশীতল, মাগে ভগতি বিনোদ দাস।
Only hope animates my soul, to spend day and night singing your holy name while living in your divine abode. Your servant Bhakti Vinod begs a place in the supremely cooling shade of your lotus feet.
Now His Grace Gauravani Prabhu will end the humility section by singing Evona Dumati.
এমন দুমাতি সংসার ভিতরে পদিয়াছিনু আমি।
এমন দুরমতি samsara vitore podiachinu
এমন দুর্মতি সংসার ভিতরে পদিয়াছিনু
samsara vitore podiachinu
O Lord, due to such wicked-mindedness as this, I have fallen into the material world. But you have sent me one of your pure and elevated devotees to rescue me.
Davani jajana konu mahajane patiya dile
Davani jajana konu mahajane patiya dile
Davani jajana konu mahajane pataya dile
Davani jajana konu mahajane patiya dile Durmati samsara vitore podiachinu Emana durmati samsara vitore podiachinu
He saw me so fallen and wretched, took pity Gideon came to me saying, O humble soul, please listen to this good tiding, for it will gladden your heart.
Doya kori more patita dekhiya kohilo amare giya. Doya kori more patita dekhiya kohilo amare giya. Ohe dina jana suno bala kotha. Ohe dina jana suno bala kotha. Ulasita habe hiya. Ulasita habe hiya. Emana durmati sansara bidari. Everyone. Evana durmati samsara bitare Shri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in the land of Nadia, he said, in order to deliver you. Already he has safely conducted many miserable souls like you across the sea of worldly existence. Tomare tarite Shri Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipa Avatara. Tomare tarite Shri Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipa Avatara. Tomahe lokota dina hi na jane. Tomahe dina hi na jane. Koriye na baba para. Koriye na baba para. Mana durmati samsara bitare. Everyone. Eva durmati samsara In order to fulfill the promise of the Vedas, the son of a Brahmana of golden complexion bearing the name Mahaprabhu has descended along with his brother, the Avadhuta. Together they have overwhelmed all of Nadia with divine ecstasy. Vedera pratigya rakibara tare rukmavana viprasota. Vedera pratigya rakibara tare rukmavana viprasota. Mahaprabhu name nadiya maya. Mahaprabhu name nadiya maya. Sangevaya vaduta. Sangevaya vaduta. Emana durmate. Emana durmate. Sansara vitare. Odihate nuhane. Emana durmate. Sansara vitare. Odihate nuhane. Sri Chaitanya Gosai, who is Lord Krishna himself, the son of Nanda, has saved the world by freely distributing the gifts of his own holy name. Go to him and receive your deliverance. And the last verse. Hearing those words, O Lord Bhaktivinoda has come weeping and weeping to the souls of your lotus feet and tells the story of his life. Nanda Sutta Chaitanya Gosai Janama Korida Chaitanya Gosai Janama Korida Karilo Jaga Tumio Jaya Kota shuniya hasiya chenata tumhara charan mein tala se kota shuniya hasiya chena tumhara charan tale bakati vinoda kandiya kandiya সংসার ভিতরে বলিয়াছি আমি মানাদুর মাঝে সংসার ভিতরে বলিয়াছি গৌর হরিব 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 নিতাই গৌর হরিব নিতাই গৌর জয় নিতাই গৌর সুন্দর জয় নিতাই গৌর সুন্দর জয় নিতাই গৌর সুন্দর নিতাই গৌর সুন্দর নিতাই গৌর সুন্দর জয় সচিনন্দন গৌর হরে জয় সচিনন্দন গৌর হরে জয় সচিনন্দন গৌর হরে জয় সচিনন্দন গৌর হরে জয় অবধূত নিত্যানন্দ নিত্যানন্দ রায় অবধূত নিত্যানন্দ নিত্যানন্দ রায় নিত্যানন্দ জয় ভক্তি বিনোদ জয় ভক্তি বিনোদ জয় ভক্তি বিনোদ জয় ভক্তি বিনোদ ভক্তি বিনোদ জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর.
So we've just begun the journey. We've realized how low and disgusting we are in this material world. And we realize that there's no hope for us of ever attaining any satisfaction in this material world. It's fruitless. So we've reached this first step, and then we realize that we have to surrender to the Lord. But then we are so attached, and it's difficult for us to give up. So now I'm going to introduce one of my wonderful godbrothers, Anuta Prabhu. One thing you should know about Anuta Prabhu a lot of devotees don't know, but he is such a wonderful, wonderful preacher, and he is such a surrendered soul. When we first came to Iskcon, that was a very common phrase, wasn't it, Prabhu? Are you surrendered? Right? Can you do it? Are you surrendered? And I remember traveling around India with Anuttama Prabhu. We traveled in a bus. And he was so surrendered that we would go in the most remote parts of India. We didn't know anyone in these villages, literally. In the middle of nowhere. And I was like, Anuttama, are you sure about this? And he was so surrendered to Krishna, so dependent on Krishna, that he would get out of the bus, right? And he would literally go to one of the first houses he saw and just ask them, Haribo, we're devotees. Can we stay in your place? Can we take over your house? It's incredible, incredible. So, a lot of you don't know that Anuttama Prabhu is one of the pioneers of preaching in Mauritius, the place where my wife comes from. I don't know where she went. Sachimata, are you here? There she is.
She's got your back.
So this is Sachimata and Golokananda. They are both from Mauritius. And Mauritius is a beautiful island in the Indian Ocean. And only a few devotees went there. And little do you know that it was Anuttama Prabhu that went there, and he sparked the fire of book distribution in this island and completely transformed the lives of these devotees there. You may know, and I'm sure you know, all coming from Indian backgrounds, that ladies are very shy. They don't want to preach. They don't want to come out and do these things. This is the duty of the men, isn't it? To be the preachers. Anuttama Prabhu went to Mauritius, and he fired up these Madhajis to become these unbelievable book distributors. They went all over Mauritius and distributed tons and tons of books. And just like me, he wouldn't take anything, he wouldn't take no from them. He was so surrendered. In order to be around with him, you needed to be surrendered. So this is a very special devotee here in Uttaraprabhu. And later on, we're going to show a movie, also appreciation movie that we put together for this event. And that movie, and I'm going to give you one more thing that just blows my mind about Anuttama. So this is 1970s, right? When he became humble, he went through this first principle of Saranagati. The next thing is to give everything up. So what is the most thing that we are so much attached to? It's our looks, right? Our beautiful hair and our nice clothes, isn't it? When I used to see the devotees chanting in downtown Brooklyn with shaved heads and dhoti and orange clothes on, I used to think they were from the moon, that they were completely wackos. And I was thinking, I could never do that. So Anuttama Prabhu, how old were you, Prabhu? 14, 15, 16? 16 years old, after reading Prabhupada's books, he shaved up his head completely, and he went to high school wearing a dhoti and a kurta. Anuttama Prabhu ki! If that's not giving yourself completely to Krishna consciousness, I don't know what is. So Prabhu, can you come and give us some enlightenment on how we can also attain this
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna. So, as Anuttama Prabhu comes up, I didn't plan this. This is just how it works out. We have a car that needs to be moved. Sorry.
It's not my car.
Not your car. So it is a Toyota, and the license plate starts with the number 9. It's like a light-colored Toyota. It's blocking between the two houses. 9AY5714. please move your material attachments out of the way of the program.
Namayam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharane Nevashesha Sunyavadi Paschachadi Satarane. Well, I have to thank Shastivar for that introduction. I don't think I've ever received such an introduction, but that was very nice of you.
It's all the truth, Prabhu. I lived it.
And it's interesting that Bhaktivinoda Das mentioned that you saw him first when you came to Brooklyn, and when he came to Brooklyn, he saw me first. I remember him walking up the steps, and he had some painting of Lord Vishnu that he had made. So he met me, then you, and yes, this is our line of disciplic succession here. So Atmani Vedanam. Atma has three definitions. Atma means the soul, Atma means the body, and Atma means the mind. All three can be described as Atma. So Atmani Vedanam means fully surrendering one's body, mind, and soul to the Supreme Lord. So I found something in Nectar of Devotion. Best we always read what Prabhupada has written, Rupa Goswami has written and summarized in the Nectar of Devotion. So under the section of aspects of transcendental service, surrendering everything to the Lord. So regarding